Hey, Mr. Sam here, and welcome back to another episode of All of Fabric 4. So, for today's episode, I will be addressing our power outage. Now, as what I mentioned yesterday, we are in dire need of an upgrade to our power generation because, well, this thermoelectric generator doesn't really provide that much power that that our machine needs, and so we're going to go with a somewhat reliable power source. Now, in the last in the last series, we did make use of the scalding generator. The scalding generator generates power using lava, and we did this pump in the nether with lava and putting the lava into the scalding generator to produce power thing before. But today we're going to go to an alternative route, because again, we do have some more tech mods in here. And what that means is we have more ways to generate power. Okay, now, so what is the other method that is reliable in some way? Whenever I talk about reliable, it's somewhat like a self-sustaining power, and so I was able to look for some alternative ways, and that is going to be using of the biogas or biomass generation from the Industrial Revolution. And it's all in here. In between episodes, I've been just grabbing this necessary machines to start the whole thing. Now, before we get to the setting up of the machine, we need first to build something else, and that is going to be a garden of melons, because we're going to be using melons to create biomass. Let's first do a rundown of how this power is going to generate. So again, we do have biomass. If we search that one up, there we go. This is biomass. This one will produce energy for us. So if we take a look at the uses of that one, I guess well, you can't really tell, but it says here that it will generate 128 lazuli flux per tick. Don't worry, lazuli flux is completely compatible with energy flux per tick, which the Tech Reborn is using. So I'm pretty happy with that one. So again, lazuli flux or energy per tick is compatible with both Industrial Revolution and as well as Tech Reborn. So we don't really have to worry about conversion of some sort, because it's just automatic. So this one generates 128 lazuli flux per tick. And then once it's heated up, it will produce around 192 lazuli flux per tick. I believe the best method is through recycling the melons itself. If you do the ratio between the block form and the slice form, it's pretty much the same. So 1 melon block is 9 melon slices. 9 times 2, that's 18. So it's pretty much the same ratio, so we don't really have to worry about that. Now, the reason being why I'm using let me actually take this. The reason being why I'm using melon slices is because it only harvests melon slices. That's one thing. And we don't have those annoying seeds to deal with, because, well, some of the seeds that cannot be converted to biomass and etc. So yes, melon slices. First is we need to make a somewhat like a greenhouse structure, so that we have this wonderful modern botanical aesthetic theme, if you'd say. Yeah, so let me actually put a block there first, and then I believe I'm going to put water onto the sides, or maybe we can just like put water here, really, something like this. Wow, this pick is really fast. It's obnoxious. Okay, so again, we need water there. You know what? Let's first make the farm so that we can see how big our farm is going to look like. Something like this. Okay, now let's make a checker board of some sort, like checkerboard of farmlands. This is going to be one big farm. This one is big enough to generate or to keep up with the making of biomass, so that's cool. Okay, so what my plan of the structure of this greenhouse is, I would like to make it look like an arch, or like a half a circle, or like a semicircle, if you'd say. And it's going to be made out of glass, because again, well, greenhouse is associated with glass. 3 block that is just straight, and then eventually we're going to bend this until it reaches to the other side. I feel like that is correct in some way. Yeah. Let's start finishing up the connection. So something like this, 1, 2, and then something like this, something like that, and then 2 more stairs. Is this right? Yeah, that is, well, for the corner it's really weird looking, but I guess a little bit of slab won't hurt. Something like that. Ouch. Something like that. Okay, it's more solid onto the corners now, which is, yeah, it's looking great. It's looking fantastic. So I might want to finish this off onto the other side so that we can really see the full effect of the arch. Yeah, that's looking great. Actually, that's neat. Okay, that's cool. We might want to remove this now that I think about it. How about I replace this one with stone brick slabs instead, or stone brick stairs? There we go. I believe that is perfect now. Yeah. So then let's start putting the glasses, which I don't really have that plenty of, but I did start smelting some glass in between episodes before recording. Okay, there we go. We've completed our greenhouse. Now, greenhouse should be actually fully enclosed, but I mean, it looks like a greenhouse, so I'm not really gonna complain. I mean, this is looking awesome actually, so I'm not gonna complain that much. Now, the next thing that we need to do is to plant the melons, which, yes, I do have, I guess, some melons in here. By the way, guys, I'm so sorry for the frame drops. I could not really fix that one as of the moment because, well, my disc is always at 100%, and so that's why we have this stuttering effect going on, so I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, I'm going to be fixing that one after this. So I don't have any melons with me. That's not good. Wait, really? I don't have any melons? I thought I grabbed a melon seed. Now that is concerning. This is wheat seeds. Don't I have any melon slice with me? Okay, where do I find the melons? Okay, that's not good. Let me actually find some melons and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finally found some melon slices. I found these melon slices under this stone home, which is a village underground. And yeah, there was like a lot of melon slices. I couldn't find any other melon slices from the other villages, like in particular this one. This one doesn't have any melon slices whatsoever. And this is a veterans retirement home. I don't know, but it says there in the advancement that this is a retirement home. And yeah, there was no melon slices as well. And I actually then stumbled upon this weird thingy, if you'd say. This is like a boss dungeon. It says there, if I think I could just show it to you. This one right here. The Killer Bunny of Caerbannog. I really can't pronounce that well. But let's just say that is Caerbannog mission. Kill bunny, get loot. So we might want to do that in the future episodes. But yeah, this is something interesting. Once we get the some ancient debris or some netherite armor set, then probably going to do that then. But yeah, all I really need to do now is to just go home, since I already acquired the melon slices that I need. It actually took me to the desert village, because yeah, I was looking for some cactus as well, and so I needed to go to the village, to the desert, I mean. And then I made use of the biome locator to actually locate the desert, and yeah, we got there, and this one has waystone in it, which is really good, so that we can go back and forth there if we want to acquire some villagers. Yes, we can do that to this desert village. To the other villages, really, there's no what you call this? There's no waystone whatsoever, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I even went here, and it was pretty small. There's basically nothing in it, so yeah. Also, while I was journeying towards there, I actually fought some of the barnacles, which, well, it's really not that hard to defeat the barnacles. We do have a strong armor set, and yeah, it doesn't have any. It took us little to no damage whatsoever. So yeah, the only thing left to do here is to go back to the village, or not to the village, but to the base, and then build this reliable power gen. Also, by the way, I already fixed the desk issue. It's just a matter of disabling some of the services, really. And yeah, everything's all good now. We are operating at max speed. We're not stuttering anymore, which is kind of good. Yeah, is it just me, or there is no melon naturally spawning? Right, pumpkins do spawn, but melons do not, which I'm really confused on why is that a thing. I feel like taiga biome should have some melons naturally spawning, you know, because I'm not entirely sure, but it just feels right that melon should naturally spawn on cold biomes. So let's convert some of them to, I'm not entirely sure how many we should have. So let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5, so 6 12 18 24 30 36 41 46 4. Okay, I actually messed that one up, but right around a stack, really, but we don't have enough of those, so let's just plant some of them. I believe that's enough for now. Let's then set up the whole biomass production. So in the middle, this is where we put the farmer, so that it will harvest those pumpkins. And then we're going to make use of an external power source, which is the solar generator. I believe the first solar generator is more than enough to sustain this farmer. So let's actually go to sleep first. Let me make use of this oak barrel so that I can store some of the stuff. Let's put that away. Put these guys in here because I won't be needing those. Alrighty, so then let's go to sleep. Okay, so let's put the solar generator at the very top. Let's first put the lazuli flux container, so whenever it is night, we have some extra storage or some extra energy stored up, so that this farmer will continue farming even though it's night. So lazuli flux container there. Then we should be changing this configuration. So this one should be input from the top and then output to the bottom. Then everything else is just none. Alright, and then put the solar flux generator. So this one will produce 8 lazuli flux per tick. I know it's not more than enough, but it's actually enough for the farmer. It's not much, it doesn't produce that much, but it's more than enough to sustain this farmer. And then all we need to do next is to hook up the pipes, which I'm going to just make use of MK1 since this one doesn't really consume that much power. So MK1 cables that leads to this lazuli flux container, which will then, I guess, harvest everything. Look at that. Fantastic. Okay. So I believe the range as well is set to the right value. Okay, that's cool. Okay, then the next thing that we need to do is to let's line up the machines here. I feel like that's a good idea. So I do have 10. I was planning on making 10 of the biomass generator, but I'm actually missing the biomass itself, which in order for you to produce the biomass, we need first to make the recycler. So recycler, bada bing, bada boom. And then let's put that somewhere around here. Since we don't really need to access the recycler, I feel like putting the recycler here is a good choice. Right? And then all we need to do next is to hook up the pipes, the cables. Let's grab our cable, item pipe MK1, and as well as some servos. So then let's hook you know what, I might want to make a trapdoor first. So here we go. Let's make let's make 4 trapdoors rather. Something like that. There we go. Since we want to make use of some cables, you know, we need to put cables from this farmer on the bottom part. That's why we need to seal this first, this water. Something like so. And then let's make a hole that leads towards there. Actually, this is not deep enough. I don't know where the center is. I believe that is the center. There we go. Let's seal that off. Okay. There we go. So this is the center. And then let's put some MK1 item pipes. We need to put as well the servo. And then, yeah, just lead it towards this recycler that we have. Something like that. So this one should be accepting from the bottom. So then something like that. And then O2 output to the top. Something like so. So input from the bottom, output to the top. So this one should be accepting. For some reason, it's not working. Let's see. Let me check the configuration of this farmer. Oh, that's right. Because it's incorrectly configured. So output to the bottom. So that should have worked now. We should have some pumpkins, or some melon slices in our recycler. We actually need to power this boyo. Let's put the thermo generator. Don't worry, this thermoelectric generator will just jumpstart this recycler so we can grab some of the biomass. Since we're going to be crafting 10 biomass generator, we need 20 of this biomass. There we go. And then let's make the 10 biomass generators. Alright, so this is plenty already. This is like overkill. But you know, you can never go extra with this future-proof electric generator or energy generation. So yeah, 10, I believe that's an overkill amount. I guess you can just go with around 3 to 4 biomass generator, but I do like the idea of overkilling energy generation, and so that's why I'm using 10. Something like so. Let's put the other 5 to the other side. Okay, that is like a lot, like really a lot. So then, is this configured to the right slot? Yes. So then all we need to do next is to put the crude storage unit to the very top, something like that. So this one should be configured to input from the bottom, then output not there. And then to the output side, this one right here should be outputting to the top. So this one should be auto output. Or it doesn't really matter. So then item pipes, something like this. I actually ran out of item pipes. That is like, we're missing around 5 more item pipes. But yeah, once we put the servo there, it should start generating. Oh yeah, I forgot to configure this. You know what, let me actually remove this first. Okay, there we go. Wait. Jesus, I didn't know you can do that. Okay, so we should be configuring this to top, insert to the top, something like so. So again, let's put the item pipes. So servo. So this one should start producing like crazy. Oh yeah, by the way, this one should be random, so that we can insert biomass to other generator. All right. We locked the biomass. Okay, cool. So then I believe I'm lacking some other item pipes. So let me craft that real quick. Item pipes are relatively cheap, not gonna lie. Like, just that, 2 iron ingots and 1 gold nugget. That's all you need. Really cheap. I like it. So again, let's put this back. Something like this. So we should start filling, or we should start seeing some other generators start producing some power. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just a matter of weight actually. So I believe we don't need this thermoelectric generator anymore, because we will be putting some MK2 pipes, energy pipes from the bottom, because that is how we want to extract and transfer power. Something like so. Same goes to the other side. There we go. Alright, so this is again an overkill setup, but come on. You can never go wrong with this. Extra power storage or extra power output thing. So let's just reroute the pipe, Something like so. Alrighty, so all of this is connected to this one pipe, to this cable pipe, and then it's just a matter of putting cables towards this machines right here. So in theory, we should be producing. Let's see. This one will produce 128, right? 128 LF per tick, or energy per tick, and then 128 times 10, that should be 1280 energy per tick. And if all of the bio generators are heated up, we will then produce around 2k, lesser than 2k energy per tick. So I guess that will be for today's episode. I do hope that this method right here will satisfy your energy needs. That's it for today's episode, guys. I do hope you liked the video for today's episode, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe as well if you like our content that much. See you in the next episode. As always, have a nice day. Peace out.
To join forces.